Hey everybody, I hope you enjoy watching today's video. We're going to share our large family evening routine, what it takes to make our large family work, and how we pitch in together as a family to get everything we need to get for the day and week accomplished. I hope you enjoy. Good morning, everybody. So we normally start our afternoon and evening routine by getting into the second half of our school day. And what that consists of is, at this point, we'll start doing Ireland and Zane's group lessons, which are like their history, science, any like electives we might have for the two of them together. So that's what we're doing right now. And I try to make this really relaxed. And you can see me going out there closing the door. My husband was actually home on this day. And so Matt was out making dinner, which was really nice that he was doing that today. He usually does make dinner for our family when he's at home. And I have to say, he is probably one of my favorite cooks. But that's what we're doing here. I usually try to keep a really relaxed environment for any of our reading time. Right now what we're doing is doing our poetry lesson and reading from When the Sidewalk Ends. Oh, and he said, I still have 12 to go. Oops, that's the wrong one, I confess. After I'm done with the elementary school kids, then I move into my high school level kids, and I always start with Braxen and give him his reading assignments for the day, and then he'll go work on the computer for the other classes that he has. Once Braxen's finished for the day and I know that he can work freely on his own and he doesn't need any more help from me, then I move into what T needs for the day and do her one-on-ones with her, and then get her settled and ready to do her individualized work that she can do without my help. We always have interruptions throughout the day, but I try to make it known that when I'm doing one-on-one work with each of the kids, that distractions stay to a minimum.
Missing the unit. Because we are all making the same measurement, we know that the unit here is centimeters.
So after our school day is over, then we begin doing our chores and different projects that we might have around the house, as long as we don't have anywhere that we have to be. So on this day, we decided to take down our decorations, and Ireland and Aspen pitched in and helped. We took down our Valentine's decorations, and we switched out to our St. Patrick's Day decorations. And if you watched yesterday's video, I didn't realize I had very few things for St. Patrick's Day, and I was actually missing a few items. So I did kind of put a reveal in there of what we did yesterday. I thought I filmed it for this video, and I actually missed filming that part of it. So the evening part of our day is really truly the busiest part of the day when we're getting into those daily chores, and I will go into that in more detail in another video coming up very soon here of how my daily routine for cleaning for a large family works. But I always start in the kitchen because this seems to be the job I like to do the least. At this time of day, the kitchen's always super messy because we've used it all day long, and I just want to get it ready to go for dinner. And today it was exceptionally messy because Matt was getting ready to make fried chicken and pulled our deep fryer apart to change the grease. So once the kitchen's done, I feel like I can really get to those fine details that need to be accomplished. During our evening routine, you might notice that I don't always have the kids doing set specific chores, but that's because I have learned in our family it works best to really set the example for my kids. And as I'm working, ask for their help. A lot of times I don't even have to ask for their help. Here you see Ireland, she offered to help me. She said, "Mommy, can I help you pick up the toys?" And I found with my kids, that just works the best. I've tried to do set, steadfast chores. Now, don't get me wrong. I do make them pick up after themselves. If you noticed in the beginning, I handed Aspen those toys because he left them out. So it was his job to put them away. But sometimes it becomes a really big job when they're playing throughout the day. Aspen might get quite a few toys out, and so we pitch in and we help him pick up things he may have left out throughout the day while we were doing school. And I think along the way, my kids really learn to lend a helping hand without even being asked. So for us, that's how chores work in our household, is you pitch in when your family needs it. And I found when I gave my kids assigned chores, a lot of times I was having to find ways to motivate them to get it done, where when they see me doing it, they tend to want to work alongside me. And it's also a great time to really get to talk to them, to really get to know who they are as people. So for us, that's what works for our large family. It may not work for everybody, but it works great for us. Dinner for us usually happens before I start into the heart of the evening routine. Usually happens after the kitchen's done, actually. But on this night, because we were having fried chicken, it was much later. And dinner in our house is never quiet, you guys. Once the heart of our evening routine is done for the day, then the kids usually have pretty much free time. And tonight they decided to watch a movie. I think this was Ant-Man 2. All right, I know it's hard to see what's going on right here, but a few days a week, T and I will take an hour and watch a show. And tonight we were watching The Passage, which is one of our favorites.
Good night, Rudy.
Good night, Aspen.
Good night.
After Aspen's tucked in bed for the night, which usually consists of a story and a song and lots of requests for mom, 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 then I get into grading any papers or putting any assignments away from the day that need to be done, and just getting our school desk and area ready for the next day, making sure I'm recording any grades for my high schoolers, and just keeping up on all of our record keeping that needs to be done for our homeschooling. So at this point in the night, after I have tucked Ireland and Zane in for the night and get them settled down, then I'll sit out in the dining room with tea. Sometimes Braxen will join us out here, or Skylur, just depending on what they have going on. In the evening, sometimes they'll be doing gaming, things like that. Matt's usually sleeping on the weekdays. If it's the weekends, he might sit up and watch a movie for a little while in the evening. But at this point in the night, I'm working on my social media. I'll do any writing that needs to get done. And of course, I edit and put out the vlogs in the evening. But this is really just kind of my time to relax before I go to bed in the evening. Sometimes I'll watch videos or do a coloring app, something pretty mindless, maybe some reading. But this is really my de-stress and work, but calm down time too, and just rest and relax. I hope you guys enjoyed our video on what our large family evening routine looks like during the winter and school year, and we'll see you tomorrow in a vlog.